It's the way to go. If you look at the great one-day bowlers, in general, they've brought the ball back in. It's one of the reasons maybe someone like Jimmy Anderson wasn't as successful in white ball cricket. You swing it away, you just open up areas to be hit. You can get the ball coming back in. That's where Archer's good. He doesn't swing it back in, but he nips it back in. Doesn't offer up any whiff, and that's exactly the same with Stark. Obviously that variation going across the left-hander. Leg side, that will be leg buys. Yeah, leg buys, just to end a decent over. 5 from it. 5 for nothing. सोप के मुकाबले में नहीं
Cam on 15, my camera phone, Techno.
Well towards the end of the innings. Slip and that short third man. He does what you suggested for the most part. He tries to bring it back into the right-handers in one-day cricket. Tucks them up, gives them as little room as possible outside that off stump. Towards slip. Finch is there. There's also that short third man. It's Cummins against Bairstow that had him caught short third man. There's 2 waiting there, a slip and a short third man. This was the last ball. Carried the slip. The one that went to Stark at short third man the other day was a cross-seam delivery that just slightly stuck it. Gives himself room. And has just pulled it away to the man in the deep. I think Cummins obviously saw him there. He went early in the variation of the bouncer. Others may have gone the other way and chucked it up wide outside off stump. But he's got 2 fielders out on the leg side. So he bowled to his field. Talking about your dislocation you played, how difficult is it afterwards? Does the pain go, or? I never did that, broke obviously, but never dislocated. Depends how tough you are now. So you must next 6 weeks of the season then. Once there's no serious break, you should be fine. If you're throbbing a bit, take some anti-inflammatories, you'll be absolutely fine. Direct hit, no one seems that worried, but the umpire's just going to check. Maxwell, who's a brilliant fielder, got a bullet arm, he's interested. Butler was just jumping in, wasn't he? Did he get that foot down in time? Yes.
I'm ready with my decision for the screen. It's not out, I repeat, not out.
room again. This time he does go offside. What hands he's got, Josh Butler. Just a flick of the wrist and off it goes for 4.
Yeah, fine shot, giving himself room. Cummins the previous time bowled it shorter and at Butler. Butler created the room this time by going even further outside leg stump.
Hands through the ball, just a flick there. That's a very good comeback. It's very full and straight, maybe just sneaking down. This occasion, Finch thinks about it.
इसकी नेचर लॉक टेक्नोलॉजी से फ्रूट्स और वेजिटेबल्स रहें फ्रेश पूरे 20 दिन तक तमाम न्यूट्रिएंट्स समेत
Super battery fast charging system on, always power on. Techno Mobile
गार्नियर मेन एक्नो फाइट सोप के मुकाबले में 99.9% पिंपल्स को खत्म करे तो फिर एक्नी, ब्लैकहेड्स, ऑयली स्किन को करो नॉक। नया गार्नियर मेन एक्नो फाइट
यूरोपियन टेक्नोलॉजी से बनी डॉलन्स फुली ऑटोमेटिक वॉशिंग मशीन ट्रिपल वाटरफॉल टेक्नोलॉजी बनाए आपकी लॉन्ड्री को और भी आसान क्योंकि डॉलन्स रिलायबल है।
Stark again. Up and over mid-off. Don't think it was timed completely by Bairstow, but he'll take the boundary.
And he got the width that he was looking for on this occasion. Generally, Stark has cramped him for room by swinging it from straight. This was angled across. There was no swing from there. That allowed Bairstow to launch it over mid-off.
Yes, the thing with these white balls, they swing, but only for 2 overs. We've seen David Willey for England do that for a couple of overs. He gets belted a couple of times. Remember, Bairstow can still bring it back in to Johnny Bairstow like he did last over. Again on the up. Again the same result, 4 more. England realised this was probably the best time to bat. It could get more difficult. This pitch is the same pitch that was used the other day. It looks a little bit tired. So they want to get ahead of the rate. Comes in on the drive so that mid-off can just hang a bit deeper. It's the bottom hand taking over. It was a bit of a swipe.
He practiced the shot afterwards. He's looking to go to extra cover. He's just got to hold that shape slightly longer. Stop the right hand side, the bottom hand and the right shoulder coming in too soon.
Tense there. It's up, it's off to Johnny Bairstow. Already got 2 boundaries in the over. Pitched up. He's going to be throwing those hands at the ball. Attempted Yorker from Stark. He's another one with a very good Yorker. The reason it's gone out of the game is linked to the lack of swing, possibly reverse swing as well. All the greats in Wakar and Wazim over 50 overs with 1 ball. Yorker used to move sideways. You need the ball to move for the Yorker as well. Young barrel straight one, you get slightly wrong, you can disappear. Looks like he's holding that cross seam. The pitch. Has he nicked it? Well, how's he ended up on his stumps there? I think he's just trod on his stumps and walked off.
Yeah, I don't know whether it was his foot or his bat that dislodged the bails. Either way, Johnny Bairstow is on his way back, very frustrated because he started to look in decent touch, a couple of 4s off this Stark over, and then it's his bat that just clips the top of his leg stump. Yeah, can't quite believe he's done that, but he has, so he has to go for 9. England 19 for 1.
बिस्कुट नहीं बिस्किट
मेरे दिल को करता है हिट बिस्किट नहीं बिस्किट
गार्नियर मेन एक्नो फाइट सोप के मुकाबले में 99.9% पिंपल्स को खत्म करे तो फिर एक्नी, ब्लैकहेड्स, ऑयली स्किन को करो नॉक। नया गार्नियर मेन एक्नो फाइट।
डॉलन्स की नई ऑटोमेटिक वॉशिंग मशीन जिसकी ट्रिपल वाटरफॉल टेक्नोलॉजी करे सख्त दागों की सफाई।
क्योंकि डॉलन्स रिलायबल है।
6,000 super battery fast charging 6,000 always power on Techno Mobile
गार्नियर मेन एक्नो फाइट सोप के मुकाबले में 99.9% पिंपल्स को खत्म करे तो फिर एक्नी, ब्लैकहेड्स, ऑयली स्किन को करो नॉक। नया गार्नियर मेन एक्नो फाइट।
Some hostile bowling here from start. Away and out there behind square, so he's straight away off the mark. Keeps strike 20 for 1.
यूरोपियन टेक्नोलॉजी से बनी डॉलन्स फुली ऑटोमेटिक वॉशिंग मशीन ट्रिपल वाटरफॉल टेक्नोलॉजी बनाए आपकी लॉन्ड्री को और भी आसान क्योंकि डॉलन्स रिलायबल है।
तुम गिरना अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते, इसलिए नए सर्विस टायर्स बनते हैं यूरोपियन स्टैंडर्ड्स के मुताबिक जर्मन टेक्नोलॉजी से। ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसे। बेवक्त की भूख I'm always
डॉलन्स की नई ऑटोमेटिक वॉशिंग मशीन जिसकी ट्रिपल वाटरफॉल टेक्नोलॉजी करे सख्त दागों की सफाई।
क्योंकि डॉलन्स रिलायबल है।
अल खैर का 5-स्टार फोम लाइफ टाइम गारंटी के साथ। जिंदगी अपनी गुजर जाएगी।
Probably made for this sort of surface. Bowler will take it where you want. The book is wicket. Rich, our statistician. That's the 14th time T20 international has been hit wicket. First for England. Butler will keep going here. They don't worry about 1 wicket. 2 wickets, then they might think again. Shane Warne was using those stats earlier about if you lose 3 in the power play. Butler with just the 1 wicket will still be looking to score in this power play. Offside's the way to go. They're all up on the offside. Mentioned how well he bowled the other evening and quickly realised and recognised the conditions. He bowled a lot of slower balls halfway down the pitch, and that proved to be very difficult to hit. That's in this year, but that's what he did in the first game as well. Look at that and think, well, just hang back a little bit. If he bowls a slower ball into the surface, it'll be sit up and asked to be pull and cut. Just waited.
Started down the pitch and advanced at Kane Richardson, which is why he was eager to get that ball in his hand and have a shy as Butler scurried back to the crease.
3 dots, you don't get that too often against Joss Butler in the power play. Make that 4, something may well give in this last delivery. Butler's not going to let Richardson just bowl, go for 1. Shows you economy rate 2019 January, slower ball, most efficient. Okay, 4 dots. Yeah, he's just not going to let him settle. There was nothing wrong with that delivery apart from it's been dispatched for 6 over mid-on. They'll check it, but I think it hit the boundary on the full. At the moment, it's 27 for 1, but they're just going to check.
Ever ki wo. I'm always true.
दिल से बनी दाल नानी का अचार चपली कबाब का बना साग होम शख्स के खाने जिनमें है माँ जैसा प्यार टैप 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 ढेरों खाने
फूड पैदा पर सब खाने हैं गार्नियर मेन एक्नो फाइट सोप के मुकाबले में 99.9% पिंपल्स को खत्म करे तो फिर एक्नी, ब्लैकहेड्स, ऑयली स्किन को करो नॉक। नया गार्नियर मेन एक्नो फाइट।
He knows he needs wickets. Aaron Finch, Milan is a very important player, Morgan in next, so Stark gets another with an aggressive field setting as well. Finch himself at slip. Maxwell, I think it is, at a kind of 4th slip position.
2 deliveries, first 2 deliveries, clip balls to Milan. Hit their line right, outside off stump. It's there.
Yep, right on the money. The first 2 to Milan is not that much sideways movement, but he's got to play at that. Just get it going as he did to Bairstow in the first innings from there. He's in business. Mitchell Stark.
An inside edge on that. No, half an appeal. Just done him for pace there. Skiddy Stark. That short to pull. This time he does get on the pull. Missed out earlier in the over. He didn't quite time it, but it will run away for 4.
It's an indication of the good form that Dawid Malan is in and the confidence that he's feeling, though, to pull Mitchell Stark. Delivery of 91 miles an hour. He pulled that well in front of square. Seeing it early, quickly onto it.
One of the catches come out now. The 4th slip goes into mid-wicket. Not just a run-saving position, but you could get a catch there as well. Picked it up beautifully. Finds the fielder perfectly.
33 years of age, Dawid Malan moved to Yorkshire this year. I think he felt he needed change of scenery just to try and invigorate him in the last few years of his career.
End of the bat. He did well to get hold of that. That was an unusual shot. Wasn't the greatest of deliveries, but
इसकी नेचर लॉक टेक्नोलॉजी से फ्रूट्स और वेजिटेबल्स रहें फ्रेश पूरे 20 दिन तक तमाम न्यूट्रिएंट्स समेत, क्योंकि डॉलन्स रिलायबल है।
एवर की भूख I'm always हल्के फुल्के भूखे हल्का फुल्का
गार्नियर मेन एक्नो फाइट सोप के मुकाबले में 99.9% पिंपल्स को खत्म करे, तो फिर एक्नी, ब्लैकहेड्स, ऑयली स्किन को करो नॉक। नया गार्नियर मेन एक्नो फाइट।
डॉलन्स की नई ऑटोमेटिक वॉशिंग मशीन जिसकी ट्रिपल वाटरफॉल टेक्नोलॉजी करे सख्त आगों की सफाई,
क्योंकि डॉलन्स रिलायबल है।
तुम गिरना अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते, इसलिए नए सर्विस टायर्स बनते हैं जैसे, तो फिक्र कैसे।
Camon 15, my camera phone, Techno.
There's a release ball at the end of the over. Cummins. He's involved his second over from the hotel end with a slip. Fine leg is up inside the circle. Third man, deep square leg. Just giving a couple of boundaries away, KP, at the latter stages of the over to release some of the pressure on him.
Yeah, here's another one. Previous over, the end of Richardson's over, Joss Butler. Swatted him over wide, long on for a 6. So it's a little bit sloppy from Australia, definitely is. They're certainly not as good as they were the other night. They did get themselves to a respectable total here, 157 for 7 on a pitch which is being played on again.
We know what you mean.
Yeah. But Butler's just so...
Wood hit Warner, didn't he? First game. It's just taken a little time.
given shorter and given as wide. Saw Jofra Archer wided with a slower ball bumper in the last over of Australia's innings. It's pacey.
It's good for the cross seam again. Seam, the ball to be a little bit too paced. If it hits the shiny side, it skids through. That might have been a delivery that skidded through there. Blew through to carry.
Field changes, slip goes out, third man down onto the fence. Right to that man. Finch moved himself from that position into extra cover.
Middle overs after this, I think, are going to be key for Australia to see if they can get Zampa can spin any out. Do they use Agar? Does Agar get any to spin? He's not a big spinner of the ball, left-arm spinner. Maxwell was outstanding with the ball the other night. But he's the guy. He's the go-to guy. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't bowl the next over.
That was a hack. Simple as that. Milan has got away with it. It's another boundary off the last ball of an over. It's 44 for 1, and that's the power.
European technology से बनी Dolan's fully automatic washing machine. Triple waterfall technology बनाए आपकी laundry को और भी आसान. क्योंकि Dolan's reliable है.
एवर की भूख. I'm always neutral.
गार्नियर मेन एक्नो फाइट. सोप के मुकाबले में 99.9% पिंपल्स को खत्म करे. तो फिर एक्ने, ब्लैकहेड्स, ऑयली स्किन को करो.
तमाम न्यूट्रिएंट्स.
Always power on. Always power on.
Techno Mobile. गार्नियर मेन एक्नो फाइट. सोप के मुकाबले में 99.9% पिंपल्स को खत्म करे. तो फिर एक्ने, ब्लैकहेड्स, ऑयली स्किन को करो नॉक. नया गार्नियर मेन एक्नो फाइट.
एवर की भूख.
One.
What about Finch's decision to give Stark the extra one? So he's only got one up his sleeve. Did you mind that?
I don't mind the attacking option at any stage of any game. Already. It's a good option from Finch. Real good option. Seamer, strike bowler, the guy that's been doing it for such a long time. It's just a pity he didn't bowl as well as the captain probably would have wanted him to bowl.
Just the reason for that dead ball, I was listening in on the stump lights. Michael Burns was saying the no ball technology momentarily went down, so instantly it's a dead ball until they sort it out. Sorted out pretty quickly, but right at the last minute, Maxwell had to pull out. Warren's just pointed out that previous delivery. There was an interesting field. There's a man on the point boundary for Butler for the reverse sweep. Way back the point. Changes now for Malan.
The tricky period here of wanting to know whether you should be attacking again or you don't attack. This is such a key partnership. Malan has been batting beautifully in this form of the game. Butler does what Butler does. Just think, is that maybe a little bit too easy? Pushing for two, they're going for two. Stoinis running in, can't get it.
Well, it was beautifully weighted. There's going to be a gap somewhere else because Finch has posted that man for the reverse sweep. Butler's just dinked it in leg side. Of course, with Butler's power, you can understand why Stoinis is deep-ish out on the fence. Nicely weighted. Two again. Milan will settle for one.
यूरोपियन टेक्नोलॉजी से बने डॉलन्स फुली ऑटोमेटिक वॉशिंग मशीन ट्रिपल वाटरफॉल टेक्नोलॉजी बनाए आपकी लॉन्ड्री को और भी आसान क्योंकि डॉलन्स रिलायबल है।
गार्नियर मेन एक्नो फाइट सोप के मुकाबले में 99.9% पिंपल्स को खत्म करे तो फिर एक्नी, ब्लैकहेड्स, ऑयली स्किन को करो नॉक। नया गार्नियर मेन एक्नो फाइट।
तुम गिरना अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते, इसलिए नए सर्विस टायर्स बनते हैं यूरोपियन स्टैंडर्ड्स के मुताबिक जर्मन टेक्नोलॉजी से। ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी।
डॉलन्स की नई ऑटोमेटिक वॉशिंग मशीन जिसकी ट्रिपल वाटरफॉल टेक्नोलॉजी करे सख्त आगों की सफाई
क्योंकि डॉलन्स रिलायबल है।
अल खैर का 5 स्टार फॉर्म लाइफ टाइम गारंटी के साथ।
गार्नियर मेन एक्नो फाइट सोप के मुकाबले में 99.9% पिंपल्स को खत्म करे तो फिर एक्नी, ब्लैकहेड्स, ऑयली स्किन को करो नॉक।
Butler is going to try and put him under pressure straight away.
Yeah, he goes at him, doesn't he, Josh Butler? We saw a couple of balls from Moen Ali spin to Marcus Stoinis early. Got him out with the leg spinner. We got a googly that spun a lot. Adam Zampa's not well known to be a big leg break bowler, big spinner of his leg break. He does, however, possess a wonderful googly. Rushes the batter. 50 up for England after 7.2 overs. This is the partnership. It's up to 31 now, and it's a partnership that Australia will be very conscious that they need to break.
50 up with that single. Similar field for Malan with those three men fence leg side. Oohs and ahs from the Australian fielders. Malan aims something violent leg side.
Probably from that one shot, that this is the reason why Zampa wanted to bowl this end. He picked this end because it's a much bigger boundary for Malan to slog out into the deep. Josh Butler comes down the ground, he generally hits you straight, he comes down like this. He almost got it under there, did Zampa, but Butler got enough bat on it. Butler will come down the crick and hit you straight, so he's not really the guy that Zampa would have been worried about. But Malan is the guy, shorter to the other end with his slog sweep, and it's a bigger boundary he's hitting to here. Agar's out, a deep cow corner.
It's a good start from Adam Zampa. Butler is trying to put him under pressure by using his feet down the pitch. That's had a sweep slog. Again, the last ball of the over. Can Zampa get out of this one? Malan will be eyeing. Settle for one. Very good from Adam Zampa.
गार्नियर मैन एक्नो फाइट सोप के मुकाबले में 99.9% पिंपल्स को खत्म करे तो फिर एक्नी, ब्लैकहेड्स, ऑयली स्किन को करो नॉक। नया गार्नियर मैन एक्नो फाइट।
दिल से बनी दाल नानी का अचार दिल्ली का
जो ज्यादा उसको ज्यादा ही रहने देना। कुछ कम है
सब खाने हैं
कितना घट रहा उसी में
He's put into 33, there's around 4.
Up and over Stoinis, and that's run away for 4. Thought Agar might have had a chance of cutting that off. I think Glenn Maxwell feels the same.
Yeah, there's one of them. 8 of those. Catch up to a run of ball, and that's a good one. It's a good one. Innovation. These batters will know that in 70-odd balls, there's every chance they'll be able to pick up 8 to 10 boundaries. That's how to take pressure off yourself when you're chasing a big total. Any total at least. Good shot again. There's another one. There's two. Two to catch up. Brilliant from Milan.
Quick feet, fast hands, and that raced away for 4. That was hit powerfully. The length so quickly, about bale high. Managed to beat Stoinis. Much as anything through the pace. Now Maxwell under pressure with 8th in the first 2. Good comeback.
रोलर हुआ
As we've seen from the last 2 deliveries from Maxwell, there's something there for the spinners, and the lights aren't going to have the effect that you sometimes get in T20s. The ball can skid on if it's just holding at the surface as the evening progresses. Australian bowlers have got to work with. England in a strong position, yes, but one way from the finishing line. Here Butler hit the cricket ball. It just sounds different sometimes from other batsmen. One of the advantages of being able to watch cricket without a crowd just from the boundary edge. You just know he's hit it nice. It sounds different.
Some players certainly do make it look easy, sound good. Joss is one of those guys. Australia want to finish this off. This is the last ball, Woody.
Eleven from the 9th, 60.
इसकी नेचर लॉक टेक्नोलॉजी से फ्रूट्स और वेजिटेबल्स रहे फ्रेश पूरे 20 दिन तक तमाम न्यूट्रिएंट्स समेत क्योंकि टॉलरेंस रिलायबल है।
तुम गिरना अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते, इसलिए नए सर्विस टायर्स बनते हैं यूरोपियन स्टैंडर्ड्स के मुताबिक जर्मन टेक्नोलॉजी से। ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसे।
गार्नियर मेन एक्नो फाइट सोप के मुकाबले में 99.9% पिंपल्स को खत्म करे, तो फिर एक्नी, ब्लैक हेड्स, ऑयली स्किन को करो नॉक। नया गार्नियर मेन एक्नो फाइट।
बेवक की भूख। I'm always
Team is gone so early, not in the 10th over. Sweep, innovation. He did it in the previous over against Maxwell, and he does it to Zampa here. Milan moves on to 29 now.
His form has been remarkably consistent. Carey could have just shoved a boot out there. And like MS Dhoni kicked it. Something behind it, deflected it. Gone strongly down the ground. That's a sweet strike. One bounce, skips away for 4. So they're very quiet amongst the Australian fielders at the moment.
Quite a big difference between how England approached the spinners and how Australia approached the spinners. I think Aaron Finch mentioned that. The partnership between these two batters comes up. They beautifully again here this evening.
Well, David Warner mentioned it to
Was it
Warner
David
this morning.
Warner? Yeah, I thought I heard somebody mention it. And rotation of strike is what Australia look to do against the spinners, and Owen Morgan doesn't allow any of his batters to rotate the strike against the spinners. Or any bowler to that.
Milan in particular, plan of taking on Zampa. Butler too, actually, trying to run it in the first couple of deliveries. They are not going to allow him to set 40 odd in that first game. Zampa bowled better than his figures would suggest, actually, but that's the advantage if you go 4-4 to start the over. You're not under the pressure as a batsman. Last ball of the 10th. Halfway into the run chase, England need 84. They're
एवर की भूख I'm always
लाइफ एक हसीन बैलेंस है, देखे अनदेखे के बीच में। जो मिले डॉलर्स के ऑल न्यू रेफ्रिजरेटर्स की साइड इल्यूमिनेटेड लाइट से, जो रेफ्रिजरेटर्स को रखे ब्राइट और बढ़ाए विजिबिलिटी, क्योंकि डॉलर्स रिलायबल है।
गार्नियर मेन एक्नो फाइट सोप के मुकाबले में 99.9% पिंपल्स को खत्म करे, तो फिर एक्ने, ब्लैक हेड्स, ऑयली स्किन को करो नॉक। नया गार्नियर मेन एक्नो फाइट।
Camon 15, my camera phone, Techno.
तुम गिरना अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते, इसलिए नए सर्विस टायर्स बनते हैं यूरोपियन स्टैंडर्ड्स के मुताबिक जर्मन टेक्नोलॉजी से। ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। एवर की भूख I'm always
मेरा भी तो डाला हुआ है
लाइफ
नहीं, लेकिन वहाँ पहले का
एक हसीन बैलेंस है, दिन और रात के बीच में। जो मिले डॉलर्स के ऑल न्यू रेफ्रिजरेटर्स की विटामिन फ्रेश टेक्नोलॉजी से, जो लॉक करे सब्जियों और फलों के विटामिन और न्यूट्रिएंट्स इनके अंदर, क्योंकि डॉलर्स रिलायबल है।
Australia going to have every chance. Their spinners need to do the job. I think there's enough in this pitch where a Zampa or a Maxwell or an Ago hasn't bowled yet. Should be able to contain and maybe get a wicket. Then you can get your quickies back on. It's the odd one stopping the pitch. It's a good move, Richardson, though. I thought he's been pretty good so far. That first over, he only bowled one bad ball. I think was the last one that went for 6.
England can't afford the mistakes that Australia made the other evening. Someone has to take responsibility. Don't just leave it to the next batter. I'll tee off and I'll leave it to the next one, and then the next one tees off. One of these two who's in has to make sure they see England over the line, especially on a pitch like this. It could get tired, it could spin, might not be easy to start on. If you're in, finish it off. Okay, he goes, struggling with his knee, just hobbles in.
It's got a bit of a similar feel to game 1. This game, I reckon. This sort of stage of the game, the other night, Australia were absolutely cruising, and then one bad shot, one wicket, bang, another wicket, then a little bit of panic sets in, then some good bowling, some excellent captaincy from Morgan. So this game's still a long way from over. 82 off 58 with 9 wickets in hand seems pretty straightforward, but I don't think it will be.
Beautifully timed. I don't think he'll go for 4. It's nicely timed, and they just settle on 2.
Sometimes it's not how good the batsman is, it's the perception of what the batsman might be able to do. And what Joss Buttler brings to the table as a bowler, you stand at the top of your mark and you're not quite sure what he can do. He's going to walk across and ramp me, he's going to smack me down the ground. And that's why he's so hard to bowl to. They're looking for 2 here. Stoinis has got a good arm, but is well weighted. So yeah, it's not so much, yes, he's a good player, Butler, but it's the thought of what he could do. I think is affecting the bowlers too. That's why he's such a big wicket. But he's still at the crease here. You feel that England are on top.
Beautiful shot. I talk about his timing and his touch, his bat speed. I mean, that was nearly the perfect Yorker, but he found way to just get the bottom of the bat on it with pace.
Yeah, he's tried everything this over, Richardson. This one looked like a slow ball, a bit wider. Nothing more than just the bottom hand punch, the way he does that. Watch the angle of the bat. It's not a traditional type. It's like a golfer just getting that compression hitting down on the ball. An excellent, very, very dangerous player.
Great use of the crease there as well. Went right back in his crease. Now he shimmies. And he'll come back for 2. This is a brilliant over. What an over that is.
Camon 15, my camera phone, Techno.
नहीं बिस्किट
मेरे दिल को करता है हिट, बिस्कुट नहीं बिस्कुट।
गार्नियर मेन एक्नो फाइट सोप के मुकाबले में 99.9% पिंपल्स को खत्म करे, तो फिर एक्नी, ब्लैक हेड्स, ऑयली स्किन को करो नॉक। नया गार्नियर मेन एक्नो फाइट।
तुम गिरना अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते, इसलिए नए सर्विस टायर्स बनते हैं यूरोपियन स्टैंडर्ड्स के मुताबिक जर्मन टेक्नोलॉजी से। ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी, तो फिक्र कैसे।
लाइफ एक हसीन बैलेंस है नेचर और टेक्नोलॉजी के बीच में, जो मिले डॉलर्स के ऑल न्यू रेफ्रिजरेटर्स की नेचर लॉक टेक्नोलॉजी से, जो रखे वेजिटेबल्स और फ्रूट्स को नेचुरल।
एयर का 5 स्टार फोम लाइफ टाइम गारंटी के साथ।
जिंदगी अपनी गुजर जाएगी
गार्नियर मेन एक्नो फाइट सोप के मुकाबले में 99.9% पिंपल्स को खत्म करे, तो फिर एक्नी, ब्लैक हेड्स, ऑयली स्किन को करो नॉक। नया गार्नियर मेन एक्नो फाइट।
दिल से बनी दाल, नानी का अचार, चपली कबाब,